Hi, I'm Justus, your spiritual fitness coach. You know, there's over 8 billion people that live on Earth. That's more than you or I could possibly fathom. And yet, it's not uncommon for us to feel lonely. In fact, roughly 1 of every 3 people say that they experience loneliness on a regular basis. This number has been growing every year. Now, I'm not sharing this information to scare you, quite the opposite. Even though there are more people living on Earth than we could possibly imagine, we still feel lonely. The issue doesn't seem to be a lack of opportunities to be around other people. The issue is we struggle to believe that any of the 8 billion people on Earth really care about us. Especially as followers of Jesus, we can often feel alone because so many people around us don't have a desire to follow Jesus like we do. This can be really discouraging, and I want to start by saying this. You're not the only person who feels this way. So many of us struggle with feeling lonely. As I mentioned earlier, nearly 1 in 3 people say that they feel lonely. The Bible is full of passages that talk about loneliness, but there's one in particular that I've always been drawn to. The last time that Jesus speaks to his followers in the Gospel of Matthew, he tells them that they're not alone. Why does he mention this to them? Let's look at Matthew. Jesus came and told his disciples, "I have been given all authority in heaven and on earth. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Teach these new disciples to obey all the commands I have given you. And be sure of this, I am with you always, even to the end of the age." This passage is often called the Great Commission, as Jesus is giving his disciples his final instruction for them to take what he has taught them and share it with the rest of the world. And as Jesus is saying this, he ends it with a reminder that he's always with us. Why does Jesus finish by saying this? Jesus knows that his Great Commission is not an easy task. It is so important, but not easy. And so he gives us his instruction to share the good news with everyone around us. And as he does so, he reminds us that he is always with us because he knows that there are going to be so many moments where we feel lonely. There are going to be moments where it feels like you're the only one trying to follow Jesus. There are going to be moments where you feel discouraged and question your value. But Jesus showed us through his death on the cross that no matter the cost, Jesus wants you to know that you're not alone and that your value is not determined by how you feel. Your value is determined by Jesus' love for you. So today, if you're feeling lonely, remember that Jesus knew that you would experience these feelings, and his desire for you is to remain close to him. He has never left you, but wants you to turn to him and follow where he goes, do what he does, and love how he loves. You are not alone. Now go and win today.